We're off to the Growth Investor Awards tonight, which celebrates tax-efficient investments and the marketplace.
Yeah, I think this year it's a bit subdued so far. Everyone's being a bit more cautious, I would say.
Yes.
And there's lots of chat about bubbles and things, but let's not go there. I think there is, I'm sure we'll talk about this later on, but the budget is not too long.
Which is late as well, isn't it?
It is late, and I think people are waiting for that.
Yeah.
What we've all been waiting for during the course of this year, and we've discussed this on this podcast before, is really just trying to get some clarification on some of the nuances to those changes. But what we've seen in the BR market is inflows up. The market itself is tracking to be up about 17% in the unquoted market year on year. So that's significant.
VCT market, which I'll cover as well, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's early in the season.
That's looking better, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it's early in the season for VCT, so offers launch often September, but a lot come out in January.
We were talking a minute ago about the FCA retirement income market data that tells us that that withdrawals from pensions year on year are up 36% to £70 billion, and that's really significant.
Yes.
And our conversations, I was asking you, Paul, about conversations on the ground day in, day out, are like that.
There's lots of noise around AI. Businesses actually can be built more quickly now.
Mm-hmm.
So the productivity tools, even things like ChatGPT at a very basic level, can help you do your research. And so people should be being more productive in building companies more quickly. And I think there's a race to find the first £1 billion company with one person is something that's been talked about. And
clients are pulling money out of pensions for all sorts of different things. Offshore bonds, we're talking about gifting out of normal expenditure, BR, potentially,
EIS.
I think.
EIS.
Yeah, well, we talked about it the last time, didn't we?
Yes,
And
we did
EIS
mention
might be
If it comes into the equation.
it has to
planning.
come into the conversation. Obviously, it's a different risk profile, it's all these kind of things that advisors will say. But actually, when you do the maths on EIS, it sort of works out.
it's quite hard to see how it's going to happen, but there is the medium-term expectation that more capital is going to come into UK SMEs, whether it's debt or equity. I think there is support broadly for what we're trying to do, but it's how it just feels like it's a long way away, and it just needs to get a little bit closer.
To hear more, please like and subscribe to Alternative Thinking from Growth Invest on YouTube, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. This is a podcast produced for EIS Platforms Limited, trading as Growth Invest. It is not intended to be a financial promotion of any sort and is intended for financial professionals only. Any comments made or opinions expressed in this podcast should not be construed as investment advice or a financial promotion. Startups and early stage businesses are high-risk investments, and you are unlikely to be protected if something goes wrong. Don't invest unless you're prepared to lose all your money.